I'm here to tell you that eating more protein is in fact going to help you to lose more body fat. But why? How is this possible? After all, I preach calories in, calories out.
Person A is eating 2,000 calories and person B is eating 2,000 calories. But person A is only having 100 grams of protein, whereas person B is having 200 grams of protein.
We all know we've been told that you should eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight to maximize muscular hypertrophy. But are there any other benefits? Could eating more protein actually enhance your ability to lose body fat?
Same exact exercise, they're same exact lifestyle. The only difference would be the protein that they're eating. Person B would lose significantly more weight than person A.
And so this guy, he's saying if you have two people both eating 2,000 calories, but one has more protein than the other, that person is going to lose more body fat. But is this true, and how could it be? After all, calories in, calories out.
Even though they're eating the same amount of calories, because as a result of eating more protein, they're in a greater deficit.
Let's talk about this. Is this true? Is it wrong? Should you up your protein? And if so, will you lose significantly more weight? And so what do I think, or more so, what do I know? I'm here to tell you that eating more protein is in fact going to help you to lose more body fat. But why? How is this possible? After all, I preach calories in, calories out. And so if they're both eating 2,000 calories, how could it make a difference? Well, here's the thing. When you eat protein, you actually burn off more calories. The calorie out part of the equation, it's increased. When you eat carbs or fat especially, it takes a lot less energy to digest that and turn it into stored body fat than when you're eating protein. And so imagine this, within your body, you're doing cardio all the time. Cardio burns calories. And so when you eat fat, you're doing a little bit of cardio to digest that fat. Your body is chopping it up, cutting it, chop, 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 chop it up, turn that fat, that butter, into stored body fat under your body. The cells, molecules of the body, they're doing work which burns calories to convert that fat into stored body fat. But when you eat protein, it takes more work, more calories need to be burned in order to convert that chicken breast into stored body fat. Even though you're eating the same amount of calories, you're actually burning off more calories when you're eating a high protein diet. The same holds true for a diet higher in fiber, fruits and vegetables, and so on. And so if you had identical twins, they did the exact same training, the same cardio, the same exercise, same sleep pattern, everything, they would burn off significantly more calories through the thermic effect of food if they were eating protein in comparison to, for example, if they were eating carbs or fat. And you're thinking, well, how much difference could it actually make? Well, in the short term, almost none. Not enough to make a visual difference. But remember, this gets multiplied over the course of weeks, months, and or years. And so let's say this difference was about 35 calories, of which I actually think it's a bit more than this. 35 calories times 100 days is in fact 1 pound of fat. And so in a year, you would burn over 3 pounds of fat. And remember, accumulation of body fat overall, it happens very slowly. Just think of it. If you're 30 pounds overweight and you've been doing this for 10 years, you only gain 3 pounds of fat per year. And so if you were to switch your diet from eating only 100 grams to 200 grams of protein, over the course of a year, you probably burn off about 3 pounds of extra body fat. And this would be done by eating the exact same calories. And so 3 pounds of fat times 10 years, that could add up to 30 pounds of body fat. And so the difference between somebody being 30 pounds overweight and somebody not being overweight could literally just be that one person is eating 100 grams of protein versus the other eating 200. It can literally be as simple as that. But in the real world, it's going to be a lot smaller than this. And why is that? Well, because in this example, these two people are doing the exact same thing. They were doing the same cardio, the same sleep routine. Everything was equated as being the same thing. But in the real world, if you were to switch from eating 100 grams of protein to 200 grams of protein, there are other factors at play. For example, your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. When your body burns off more calories, what happens is your body tries to conserve some of those calories. So instead of fidgeting as much, moving your hands around, bopping your head to the music as much, going for walks, walking as quickly, sitting on the couch versus going for walks and so on, your body is going to do less activity when it's not exercising to conserve energy. And so the reality is it's probably only going to be half of this much. And so if you simply go from eating 100 grams of protein to 200, don't automatically assume that you're going to lose 30 pounds of body fat. Science says that is false. Really? And so the guy just says science says it's false. Why? Because they're eating the same amount of calories, and so calories in, calories out. Well, remember, the calories out portion of the equation can be altered by many factors. For example, medications. For example, if you take T3, or if you're drinking caffeine, coffee, or if you're taking G-Shred, a fat burner that gives you more energy and boosts your metabolism, or if you're taking Turk Builder that's going to make you train harder in the gym, or GO2 Max that gives you more energy to burn off more calories while doing cardio, you're exercising at a faster rate, this can dramatically influence the amount of calories that you're burning. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in any of these things, obviously use code Greg. You know this. It gives you 15% off. Click the link in the description. And so all of these things can impact the amount of calories that you're burning. If you're sleeping more, you're not going to be burning off as many calories as if you're awake all the time. Now, I'm not saying you should never go to sleep so that you can burn more calories, because there's other factors at play. For example, when you don't sleep as much, you're going to have increased cortisol. It's going to make you hungrier. And if you're hungry, you're going to eat more calories. And the more calories you eat, obviously, you're going to lose less body fat. I tested it, and the answer is B. Calories doesn't matter. The more protein you eat, the less carbs you eat. And I'm thinking, okay, he's onto something. If you eat more protein, you eat less carbs, and carbs have less of a thermic effect than protein, so you're going to lose weight. But no, that's not his logic. Carbs are sugars and spike your insulin, and insulin stores fat. A high insulin is also a cause of many health problems. And so this person thinks that it's carbs that makes you fat. And so if you eat more protein, it's going to eat less carbs, and therefore you're going to lose weight. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with the fact that insulin can store body fat and so on. If you're in a calorie deficit, I don't care if it's low carb, high carb, no carb, all the carbs in the world. If you're in a deficit, you're going to lose weight. That would account for 60-ish calories a day greater deficit. Don't think that will result in losing significantly more weight. Well, I just said at 35 calories, you're going to lose 3 pounds in 100 days. And so I think that's significant. And so imagine if I had a supplement, for example, GO2 Max, and I said that taking GO2 Max is going to result in burning off about 60 extra calories a day. From improved energy levels, you're going to go faster in your walks and so on, of which it's probably going to do this or more. Would you not think that supplement's worth it? Oh, it's not worth it. I'm only going to lose 6 pounds in a year. It's only 60 pounds in 10 years. Why would I bother? Little things can make a difference. If you do all these things, taking the stairs, parking further away from the grocery store and so on, it's all going to add up. And so my advice, do everything. Whatever you can do. Get out there, be more active. Put the fork down. Lift some weights. Do cardio. Do a little bit of everything. It's all going to add up. Let's just defy the laws of thermodynamics for a minute for this to be true. See what I mean? People don't understand calories in, calories out. They don't understand that if you eat more protein, the calories out portion of the equation can in fact be changed. When you eat more protein, you're burning more calories. And if you burn more calories, you're then going to be in a deficit, and that's why you lose more weight. Did I not explain this? I've done so many videos of this. I feel it's almost hopeless. I try to explain this. I've been doing this for years, yet people, they just don't listen. What he's getting at is metabolizing protein burns more calories than metabolizing carbs and fat. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. I did my best with the chop, burning calories inside your body. Things are like doing cardio. Please understand more than last time. If you're both eating the same calories, how could one be in calories deficit more than the other, regardless of the macros? So people are answering, but imagine how little people understand. They don't get this. That's why when someone says, oh, if you do cardio, it's going to make you hungrier, so you're going to gain weight. People literally will say that. Oh, you know why you're not losing any weight? It's because you're not eating enough. You ever hear that one? You're not eating enough. If you were to eat more, your metabolism would be boosted and you would get shredded. And so stop starving yourself. Eat more. What? Thermic effect of feeding, this is pretty bullshit. The 200-gram protein individual is only in the slightest degree higher in calorie burn. Stop spreading false information. I mean, he's not lying. There's a significant difference. the thermic effect of food is going to be likely 40, 50, maybe even 60 calories difference. And so if somebody's burning 40, 50, 60 calories difference more than someone else, that is significant. Even if it's only 35 calories a day, it's still going to lose 1 pound of fat in 100 days. That's 3 pounds in a year. That, to me, is significant.